and welcome to another story time with me, Liz. As always, it's good to see you. Now, today we're going to be reading a story all about a rather cool cat, and his name is Pete. What I love about Pete the cat is that he has a really good outlook on life. What do I mean by that? Well, it's because he tries very, very hard not to get angry, and he tries very, very hard not to get cross, and he tries very, very hard not to get upset and cry. Because sometimes in life things go well, and then sometimes in life things don't go so well. And Pete the cat tries to keep really, really calm. And also in this story we're going to do some counting. Now, I don't think we've done counting before, so I'm really excited that we're going to be doing some counting together. And often when I count I use my fingers because it helps me to remember what number we're on, especially if we're doing some counting up, so we're doing some addition, or if we're counting down and we're doing some subtracting or some taking away. And also, can you believe it? We're going to do some singing. So we're going to do some counting, we're going to do some reading, and now we're going to do some singing. Now, I don't have the greatest singing voice, so it would be really helpful if you could sing with me. Now, you'll pick up the melody really quickly, and then just join in. And I can hear you, you know, so I will know. Now, here's the book that we're going to be reading. It's got a very long title. It's called Pete the Cat and His 4 Groovy Buttons, and it's written by Eric Litwin. And now, interestingly, it says art by James Dean. So art and illustrated are similar words. It still means that someone sat down and thought about what Pete looks like, drawn him, and then coloured him in. And remember, we are all artists, okay? So let's find out all about Pete the cat. And I told you he was cool, didn't I? Because look, he's standing on his rather splendid red skateboard. Pete the cat put on his favourite shirt with 4 big, colourful, round, groovy buttons. He loved his buttons so much that he sang this song. My buttons, my 4 groovy buttons, my buttons, my 4 groovy buttons. Pop! Oh no! One of the buttons popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? So we had 4. One's popped off and rolled away. Now we've got... That's right, we've got 3, because 4 take away 1 equals 3. Did Pete cry? Goodness no, because buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing his song. My buttons, my 3 groovy buttons, my buttons, my 3 groovy buttons. Pop! Oh no, one of the buttons popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? So we had 3 and one's now popped off and rolled away. So we've got, can you tell me? Yeah, that's right, 2, because 3 take away 1 equals 2. Now, did Pete cry? Goodness no, because buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing his song. My buttons, my 2 groovy buttons, my buttons, my 2 groovy buttons. Pop! Oh no, another button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? So we had 2, and one's now just popped off and rolled away. So we've got... Yeah, that's right, 1, because 2 minus 1 equals 1. Did Pete cry? Goodness no, because buttons come and buttons go. He just kept on singing his song. My button, my 1 groovy button, my button, my 1 groovy button. Pop! Oh no. The last button on his shirt popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? So we had 1 and then it popped That's right, he's got, say it with me, 0. Because 1, take away 1 equals 0. Now, did Pete cry? Goodness no. Because buttons come and buttons go. Now, Pete looked down at his buttonless shirt. And what do you think he saw? Let me have a look. Oh, I've got an idea. That's right. He saw his belly button. And he kept on singing his song. My button, still have my belly button. My button, still have my belly button. And in that thought bubble, he's saying, it's all good. I guess it simply goes to show that stuff will come and stuff will go. But do we cry? Goodness no. We keep on singing because buttons come and buttons go. Well, I do hope you enjoyed that story, and thank you so much for joining in. I could hear you doing lots of fantastic counting, and the singing, oh, it was absolutely superb. So I guess we have to remember that buttons come and buttons go, and we'll try and keep calm and as relaxed as we can, just like Pete the cat. Until I see you next time, remember, stay safe and keep smiling.